That was one hell of a walk, but I feel so good now. What's up everyone? I'm JTurn Jake, and today I'm going to take you on a 10-kilometer walk with me. This is something I would have not been able to accomplish in the past, and if you had asked me to go, especially like my wife has probably asked me, I would have been like, fuck no. Doing a walk this long is a huge accomplishment for me because I just sat on the couch for a long time in my life and I barely did anything but watch TV shows. I was just a lump on the couch, and the longer I sat, the stiffer my legs got, and this was for a very long time because I just enjoyed watching all the shows that I watched. So why don't you come along with me today as we go on this 10K walk. Come on, let's go. Why don't you come along with me today as we go on this 10K walk, and then I'm going to talk to you about 5 steps that I have that took me to get off the couch. Just before we go into talking about the 5 steps to coming off the couch, I want to talk about a couple of injuries that have happened to me in the past, which are to do with my right leg. So the first injury that happened to me was actually in my hip, and this was because I was hit by a car. It's not as scary as it sounds because the lady really just hit me and I toppled over. She drove over me and then she proceeded to reverse over me, and then I went to the hospital from there. Luckily nothing was broken, but instead my hips are just kind of messed up for life right now. So the second injury my leg sustained was actually in my knee. I was at a company softball game and I was running for the home plate, and I was so excited that I decided that I was going to slide into home like the typical baseball player, but then I twisted my knee. Now I still feel that pain every once in a while. The next one that I had was actually in my ankle. I was playing horsey with my little brother and he fell off my back and onto my ankle. The doctor told me I had torn ligaments and recommended that I stay off of it, but I didn't listen to him because I didn't think it was as serious. Later I found out that it was actually a fracture, which I probably would have taken more seriously. And lastly, I broke my foot twice, my right foot. And the first time was just because I missed the last stair, and the second time was because I just stepped while playing floor hockey, and I had to wear a boot for 6 weeks from that one. So essentially, my right leg is fucked up. The very first step for getting off the couch is to make the decision. You got to make the decision and want to get off that couch. For me, I was sick of being crippled by my arthritis, so it was no brainer to get off that couch. And since at that point I was sitting at close to 300 pounds, the doctors were telling me that for every pound of fat was 4 pounds of pressure on my joints. So on the day that I turned 30, I made the decision to get off that couch and go to the gym. So step number 2 is to get your ass on that treadmill and start walking. It doesn't matter how fast you go or for how long you go, you just got to start somewhere. For me, I started at like a 2 miles per hour speed and maybe a 1 or a 2 on the incline. Some days it hurt a lot, but I just kept pushing myself to move forward just 1 step at a time. So step number 3. Listen to something motivational or something with a really good jam that'll pump you up so that'll keep you going on that treadmill. For me, there was this song that I listened to that really just got like the beat going and just made me run hard. I also listened to motivational podcasts, specifically from Rob Dial at the time. And I usually listened to him while I was walking, and it would just keep moving forward. Another thing is you could create yourself a mantra, where like of 3 words or something that you can repeat to yourself over and over so that you can keep pushing yourself forward. My mantra was the Chiseled Healthy Cure. I wanted a chiseled body, a healthy heart, and I wanted to cure my arthritis. Whatever you do, just pick one of those things, something that'll help keep you pushing forward, no matter how slow you go, because each step will take you 1 step closer to your goal. Step number 4 is to use visuals to help you keep going forward. So for me, I actually ended up using my data on my phone and watched some YouTube videos from Fearless Motivation, And those videos helped me to push forward because I could see the visuals of what I wanted and how I wanted to accomplish it. I recommend this to only be used if you have a lot of data to use, and if you are really struggling on that treadmill and you want to keep going and pushing your ass further. So for step number 5, go and download the Couch to 5K app and follow along with how they lay out how you can get to a 5K. I was able to reach a 5K in 6 months, but I had to repeat a few of those days. My favorite moment using the Couch to 5K app was the day that I hit 20 minutes straight of running. I felt like a champion that day. I'm really proud of myself for completing that Couch to 5K app because I went from crawling on that treadmill to walking, and from walking to running, and from running to feeling like I was flying on that day that I hit 20 minutes straight of just running. I am so thankful for the day that I chose to take control of my life and that I chose to move forward in this direction. I know it's hard and I know it may seem impossible, but it is so worth it when you're able to overcome these challenges. And even though I'm probably in the best shape of my life that I ever have been, my right leg still has a lot of pain. So I've been working on recovery exercises for this leg, and I've just started going to see a physiotherapist for my hip flexor. Even though I still have these pains in my leg, I'm still working on new challenges every Saturday right now because I love the summer and I want to get outside. So far I've done one 10K, one 8K, and I'm not sure how long this one is taking yet, but I estimated it to be a 10 kilometer. My wife and I's end of summer challenge, or really end of September challenge, is to take on the Grouse Grind, which is supposed to be one of the more challenging hikes out here in Vancouver. Neither of us have done it before, so I'm super excited for us to experience this new challenge together. I hope you found these 5 steps to get off the couch helpful. And if you did, why don't you hit that subscribe button down below and hit that share button for someone who also might find this video helpful. Thanks for coming on this long journey with me. I'm not even sure if that was actually 10 kilometers. I'm definitely gonna feel that pain in my legs tomorrow, but I'm just gonna remind myself that there is hope through this pain, and all it takes is just one step at a time.